Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Robert Kingmaster on this generation program. So today I just want to talk about, we've been talking about relationship, marriage, but today I just want to talk about marriage. And all of us, we know that marriage is an institution. Whether you are married or not, you'll come to know this, that marriage is an institution. So when you fall in love with someone or when you marry someone, you have to keep in mind that you will have this person for the rest of your life. And sometimes people do ask themselves that maybe the longer you stay with the person in a relationship, it's how you study the person, and maybe the marriage will be okay. No. There are people who met today and they got married today and they are successful. There are people who are in a relationship or who dated for like 1 or 2 years, then they broke up. Or there are people who dated or who are in a relationship before marriage for like 1 or 2 years and they are successful in marriage. So that is an institution that doesn't have a teacher. That's when we include prayer in our relationship or in our marriage. Before you make that decision of marrying someone, you should understand maybe the intention of someone being with you. If you all have reasonable intentions of being together, then your marriage will last. Because as the Bible says that a woman is a helper to the man. And as a man, you are a provider. So when we are in marriage, we all have roles to play. But sometimes people do forget their roles in marriage. And that's why, or you start competing in the marriage. That's when you end up losing. So if you are in marriage, consider small things that made you to come together and build on them so that you can last together. First of all, you must be in agreement. Then another thing, you must listen to one another. The third thing, you must help one another. It doesn't matter the situation you are in, but you must be there for one another. Sometimes we forget this, and everybody sees him or herself that is capable of doing it alone. And once you come to that level where a man thinks that he can make it alone and he is in marriage, and a lady also thinks that she can make it alone and she is married, that's when the marriage breaks. As I said, that marriage is an institution, and it's an institution instituted by God. There is no human. These people, as I said earlier, even church leaders, you come to realize that marriages are bringing challenges to them. Even politicians, marriages are bringing challenges to them. So there is no one who is perfect when it comes to marriage. That's why I'm saying that it's all about understanding one another, respecting one another, listening to one another, and helping one another. Only it will help you. It doesn't matter where you go. There are people who are even taking one another to court. And why? Because you're not agreeing in the house, because everyone is seeing him or herself that he can make it or she can make it. You will go nowhere. You came together to help one another. You came together to love one another, not to compete. Marriage is not a competition. It will take you nowhere. But we are all working hard to succeed. That's when we are together. To raise children together, to be successful together, to expand our territories together, to explore together, and to enjoy together. So If you are in marriage, sometimes when you come across difficulties or challenges, just go on prayer and pray. It's okay. Sometimes there are situations that you can decide maybe to make another decision because it's you who know what you go through. But if you come to that point of making a decision that prayer cannot change, maybe the foundation of that marriage was not okay. It was not laid in a good foundation. So consider this in marriage, and it will help you because God gives us strength, gives us power to marry or to love one another, to take care of one another, and to bear children together, and to be together for the rest of our lives. I just want to ask for these elders or these old people, maybe, to still be guiding because currently you cannot compare, let's say, the current generation with the old generation. It's okay, we are in the digital world, or we are in a different era, or we are in a modern era. But it's good for us to listen to these old people. During the old age, people were not even arguing, there were not more divorce. But right now, people are married today, then in just a few months, they're going for a divorce. So you don't understand why they're going that, because maybe we are not listening to our elder people, or maybe both of these people were not guided in a good way before they got married. So let's pay attention to these old age people who are in marriage and who are successful. And I think they can also stand out to share the techniques, or to share with the young people what they can do to make the relationship, to make the marriage successful. Kitambo, there were not competitions, but right now there is a very high rate of competition. People, they are in marriage, like, but they are just competing. Sometimes, if for your information, there are people who are in relationship, who are in marriage, but they are just doing their things apart. For the outlook, everybody knows that these people are married, but maybe the person, the lady, or the wife has their their business, her businesses, and the man has his his own businesses. When it comes to, let's say, family plans, the man has his own plans, then the wife also has own plans. So these people stay together, they live together, they have children, but they are not together. Let's say they are not enjoying the relationship, they are not enjoying the marriage. It's too bad. Marriage is there so that people can enjoy together, people can share together, people can support one another. If you are in a such relationship, I pray for you. I pray that God intervenes. We've heard of situations whereby people end up in a big mess. Maybe they disagree, then the woman kills the man, or the man kills the woman. Because these people walikuwa wanavumilia in the relationship without speaking out what they're going through, but it came to build into their hearts. So hii hasira yenye mtu alikuwa nayo kwa hii miaka yote inafika mahali, then ana release hasira to the person, and this is the person they have been together, but he or she decides to give it away or to let it go. It's too bad. So let's share what we are going through in our marriages, and we'll find solutions. So if you have a comment, you can just comment down there, or if you have an idea or an advice, you can also just comment. Thanks for watching and have a nice time. Bye bye.